That's all.
Speak English, please. Yeah.
Okay.
That was off the record.
Oh, there we go. There, the
Was it? Okay.
Jedi. The Jedi is back. He's got his hood on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy
Oh.
Jedi.
Obi-Wan is back.
I am the fellow of Darth Vader. Here, you know.
Oh, really? So
Darth
you are
Vader.
not the only hope.
Gotcha. Still waiting for a few more folks. Is Mita here? Mita's not here. Hold on. We need. Oh, there we go. There's Mita. And Daniel's coming. Okay. Marina's obviously here. So yeah, we're almost ready.
Hello. How are we all?
Hello.
Kevin.
Man, I can't believe you guys are still wearing this stuff. What is this?
I'm on a ferry at the moment, my friends. So here we go. I don't know if you can see. Whoa. Heading over to France to meet some very, very exciting people working in the industry. So hopefully I might have some good news for you all next week. You never know. Touch wood.
Hey. All right. Well, I think, I mean, people will pile in as we go, but yeah, so I'm going to start. So hi, everybody. Welcome to Everscale Community Call number 99. Thank you for joining us. Today, we have a lot to get through. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. I'm going to go through the call etiquette very quickly. Please turn your cameras on. Please save your questions until each presenter is finished. Please raise your hand in Zoom to ask a question. And if you're on YouTube, please write your question in the comments section. We'll get to it at the very end of the call. This was not part of the agenda, at least on paper. But I'm going to start today. I have a little bit of an announcement to make, if you will. If you recall, back in September, we passed a proposal called Growth Phase 2, which, among many, many other things, locked tokens for global governance until the growth phase was to be complete. And I'm going to quote the proposal and say that it said about 1 year, so give or take. The last vested tokens that were received by global governance were in May of 2021, I believe, which puts us right into the November timeframe for them to be unlocked. Now, the time has come for growth phase 3. Okay, Platon Knyazyev runs one of our most stellar analytics and BI teams who have done a tremendous amount of research, a tremendous amount of intel on who received tokens from the community, and has come up with 2 proposals, both of which are going to be voted on today. And they're going to be voted on through EverDAO, not by global governance, which is a major, major milestone. One is for initial members. The other is for partners. So the one for initial members is essentially going to provide a summary of what each member has done throughout their tenure with Everscale. And based on that summary, or those summaries, if you will, again, through EverDAO, we are going to have votes on a weekly basis in batches. The reason for the batches is because it's logistically and operationally impossible to really do it all at once, on whose tokens should be unlocked once the growth phase is complete. And I want to underscore that, once the growth phase is complete. The other one is for partners, very similar concept, but a little different in structure. Here, each partner will be asked, well, we're going to provide the analytics on each partner. They already exist, but it'll be just a little bit more formal, with a chance for each partner to respond to those analytics. And based on that, every partner that has brought significant value to the network has done what they said, and is basically considered to be valuable, for lack of a better term, will of course continue to be supported by Everscale. Those that have not will be terminated. In the end, I guess what we're doing is we're striving to retain everybody that has committed themselves, done the work, believes in the ecosystem, believes in the network, and provides value to it. Those who haven't, they haven't. Essentially, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is we heard you, right? There's been a lot of chatter in the chats, most certainly a lot of chatter in the forums, some directed at me personally, happens. Again, we heard you. So the bottom line is the community decides. So we're going to decide. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fast. This is a very, very complicated process, especially when it comes to partners, because frankly, there's just so many of them. And we owe them a thorough analysis. We owe them a thorough background of everything that we have. And we also owe them the opportunity to respond. That's the way business is done. But in the end, we're doing it starting today. So that's about it for me, for my announcements. Any questions? I would have figured there'd been a million questions, but we'll see what happens on YouTube. If we don't have any questions.
I think everybody is just shocked, Ron, by what you said. So if people are digesting.
Okay, well, digest it. I don't think shocked is the right word. I think most of the community should be pretty happy about this.
Positive shock. That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah. This is what you've been asking for, and we respond to what you do, or to what you want, because that's because it's not up to us, it's up to you. So hopefully that's good news. But of course, the work will be the work, and I can see how much work is ahead of us. So anyway, it's going to be done, and it's going to be done through EverDAO. All right, that's it for me. Let's go to presentations. Up first, as always, technical updates. Mita, please go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Technical update. So we have like I said, we have updated the DevNet with like patch, which solved the problem with the big accounts. But during that update, we have realized that because of some bug that was presented long ago, and nobody really could catch it because it was like an obscure branch which we never touched in code, and this account kind of revealed that bug, I would say. It wasn't really critical, but we couldn't update because of that. And so we had to resync the database basically in the DevNet. And okay, everything was fixed and everything is great. The only problem is that we cannot really resync the database like that on the mainnet because it involves too much coordination. So instead of doing this, we're preparing the patch now, which will basically update the corrupted cells in the database by itself. And that patch will go out this week. So we're testing that. This patch will also introduce some other interesting stuff that was not part of the patch that we have released last time. And that's include the compression, which a lot of people were asking about. So the compression is here. It will be introduced this week to the network. And So yeah, so many people have asked about that, and yeah, but the incompatibility with C++ node is already there anyway, not only because of compression. There is an announcement that is going to be released today about the breaking changes in, because we introduced several new instructions, as you know, including my code and the init code hash to the TVM, that subsequently led to the changes in account structure. So the TLB scheme describing this will be released, and it is a breaking change. So in order, we will have like a gradual kind of rollout. So basically, we'll roll out, but the SDK, you need to update the SDK to the latest version, and this SDK version will, for some time, support both accounts, so you can migrate your applications. That also breaks any other front-end solutions that has been introduced to the network. So whoever is doing this solutions, and I know Broxus has one, will need to upgrade their code to support this new account structures, or new account structure, basically. So yeah, and the announce about that is going out today, and you have some time to do that, but not a lot, before like the capability will be turned on the main network, and these instructions will kick on. It's the only instruction that is not yet released that we're planning to is copyleft instruction, which is a very important one, and we're testing that now. Probably will be in the next release. So this week only that, and we will turn on compression, some other smaller things which I don't want to mention now, and in this instruction set upgrade and breaking changes to the account. So that's really all from me. Thank you. Any questions?
There is one question, Mitya, from Ivan.
Yeah, I do have one. Let me just 1 second. Yeah, so the question is about the compression. So we know that as for now, there are certain limits on the TPS in the mainnet, and we know that compression will remove these limits for some extent. So the question is, to what extent? So what will be the new limits on TPS on the mainnet?
I don't know about limits on TPS. There are some mechanisms that are preventing you to go over certain limits, but it was done for the compatibility mode, and there are like the biggest limit is the gas limit on the block, and the gas limit on the block will remain like that for some time.
Okay, so the
compression will make it. No, the compression does something, right? Of course, making less traffic by a lot. But in terms of, we are not optimizing for TPS now. You need to kind of. We are not optimizing. We don't see the necessity for right now the speeding up the TPS. This is not our concern. Our concern right now is safely introduce all the changes that we need to introduce, including the new algorithms like RAMP, the new protocols like RAMP, the new algorithms like new consensus algorithms, so on that, to make it in a safely fashion on the mainnet. And it will take some time. And before we go through that, we're not going to, again, if tomorrow some application, real application, not like some spammy contract, real application comes and says, like Flex, for example, we're launching Flex, and suddenly we see 100,000 people trading like crazy monkeys with the automatic trade algorithms, blah, 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 and we need 10,000 TPS. Well, once it happens, we will deal with that and maybe switching priority. Right now, the priority is to switch to the new protocols that are enabling the unlimited TPS basically, and with the necessary security. So I hope there won't be any necessity to change that path that we're on right now in implementing the roadmap and go and start to, suddenly deal with 10,000 TPS tomorrow. But if it happens, well, we will deal with that.
Okay, thank you. A small question about your expectations on when we are going to introduce the ramp and the new consensus. Should we wait for example, middle of summer or end of summer, or will it be faster? How do you think?
Well, ramp is in testing now. Internal dates for release of ramp is May, but that is something if everything goes kind of smooth and we don't see a huge amount of bugs uncovering themselves in the next 2-3 weeks on the testing.
Okay, so the answer is basically soon.
Well, what do you want? Long?
Later.
Later you want? I don't know. Later coin, by the way, can be like the next big idea.
Yeah, so there are some reasons why I'm asking that. I'm not just came here and asking that because I want to ask it. There are some reasons, but yeah, we are ready to wait.
Well, again, the ramp is implemented. It's in testing. It's a very complicated protocol. You need to understand ramp is a really complicated protocol. It's the most complicated protocol that is in the network right now. It's more complicated than cat chain. It's more complicated than consensus. It's more complicated than anything that has been introduced up so far. So it's a really complicated piece of fake whatever. It's a lot of things, happening. The bugs that certain implementation issues and stuff like that. So yeah, but the another problem with ramp is that ramp cannot be introduced gradually. We cannot have both old external messages and ramp simultaneously on the same network. We cannot do that. So ramp is a switch, on-off kind of switch. So once we move to ramp, there is no kind of, well, we can roll back, of course, but that's all we can, and we don't obviously want to do that. So that additional kind of constraint of how well we should test ramp before we introduce it. It should be tested really well.
Okay, thank you, Mita, very much. We actually have we have to go to our next presenter right away because there are some technical issues on his end, and if we don't hurry up, he might get cut off. So I apologize. Thank you, Mita, very much. Thank you for your question, Ivan. Next, we have Vlad from Broxus with us. He's going to talk about several updates, including Universal Bridge, the latest on QUBE and yield farming. So Vlad, you're up.
Yeah, hi guys. So, sorry for interrupting, but
that's okay.
Really there is a whole electricity shutdown in all the streets, and my battery will leave maybe for 20 minutes. Then I will have to switch to my cell phone. Okay, so to make a long story short, so I actually have 2 updates for today. So I will show it to you now. So first one is what is called the Universal Bridge. So, but before doing this, so I want just say that we now have a very beautiful landing pages that we are proud of. So it was really whole process to collect all the info and test against different stakeholders. So, but finally we have it. A small internal win. I hope you love it. So actually, what let me tell you about the Universal Bridge, because this is something really huge that was launched. It doesn't seem to be like this, but believe me, it is really a game changer for many businesses that oh,
what was that? Sounded like a, I don't want to say.
Yes. So, and for all the businesses that are running cross-chain, so, and what actually it does is that it allows you to transfer any token without whitelisting it in the bridge. So That's that easy. So you just need to import the token, and then you go. So you can transfer it to EverScale, and from EverScale, by the way, to other networks as well. So we do not support the hidden bridge for universal bridge yet, meaning that you, for now, cannot move token directly from, for example, Ethereum to Polygon, the one that is not whitelisted, but we are working on that. So, and it will appear soon, but maybe let me show you how it works. So let's choose any chain. Maybe let's do it better. So let's take any token from CoinMarketCap. So anything that's on the Ethereum mainnet, or on Binance Smart Chain mainnet. So for example, this in Coin. So copy address. So as it is on the Ethereum, so we select Ethereum here. Yeah, so I change my network. Done. Now I select EverScale and put next. It's that easy that I just need to input the token address here. You see it's automatically drag the name from the token contract and click import. So that's it. Now I can try and transfer engine token to EverScale. So it will get here having the prefix OCT, meaning the Octus. So it will be like oct eng ENJ, just to distinguish it with the original token. However, the guys are currently working on the matching mechanism, meaning that, for example, if any business has its tokens already in several networks, so it can contact us and say, hey guys, so here are our contracts in different networks, and we will introduce it matching on EverScale, letting it easily go through the hidden bridge. So I hope it will appear soon. Also, we will be announcing shortly the contest for video makers on the universal bridge explanation in different languages. So just keep a track on our social groups and our news channels. So we will be just giving away quite an amount of bridge tokens for creating those videos. So please participate and spread the word. So the more explanatory videos we have in different countries in different languages, the better is for the whole network. And also, we have just finished the contest for the bridge documentation. So we decided to run an experiment when we give the task for running the user documentation to the community, and it's run really well. So, and we are really happy about the results, and congrats to winners who already, if I'm not wrong, got the rewards. So, and we plan to continue such activities in future. So just again, keep subscribed to our groups and social media. So the second news is about the FlatQube and its token QUBE. So all of you may have seen that we have successfully finished the campaign on the EverStart launchpad. So, and we have put there some amount of QUBE tokens to see the interest in those tokens and how the community is involved and how they're expecting the things we are doing. And well, it's run extremely well. So we collected 5 times more than it was announced as a hard cap. And of course, we have took only the hard cap, and then we ritually burned it just to show that this was the really marketing campaign and nothing else. It was not a token sale or anything of this kind, but the happy participants of the launchpad will be getting the tokens according to the vesting scheme. I will share with you now the few ideas about what QUBE token is, because many of you have asked this question. And so here's the one pager of the QUBE token. So actually, what QUBE is going to introduce on FlatQube is a really big set of new mechanics that are really something novel to the market, and some of them are really only getting started to use by major protocols. So I will not stop on these because these ones are obvious, but I'd rather go directly to the token distribution schedule. So now the first emission of QUBEs is 2 million tokens, and you see there is a distribution of what was going on. So and to the launchpad, it was only a small amount gone. And the other part, so this is a 3% of the total emission, which will reach 65 million QUBEs. And all the rest of the emission will gradually be released in line with this curve. So starting from the 6 months, so from the date of the QUBE launch, so meaning that for these 6 months, the emission will be stable, and then over the period of 48 months, so it will be gradually released with somewhat increased speed. The QUBE in Q3, we are going to release what is called veQUBE. So I don't remember how it's deciphered. So, but actually, the thing is very easy. vQubes will be used to vote on the gauge that will be distributing the QUBE funds to different farms. So meaning that, for example, if you are going to run a farm with your token launched on FlatQube, then you can go to the gauge and vote for allocating a certain amount of QUBEs to your farm as well. So meaning that besides your tokens farming, so you will get also the allocation from FlatQube as well. So, and this is somewhat that's proved to be really successful in the market, and we also wanted to introduce it at our DEX. There will be also such activities like whitelisting of other tokens to DEX using QUBE, like different distribution investing mechanics, like yield farming boosts for vQUBE holders and farming boosts for locking liquidity. So a lot of really interesting things that will be going on. And again, so keep subscribed to our news channels to get first to know about new things that we'll be launching. And the latest announced that now all farms on that's managed by the DeFi Alliance on FlatQube will be accruing rewards in QUBE tokens. So you may have seen already these changes. So that's pretty. So I think I managed to do this. Yeah, so at least a few percentage of battery.
Yeah, you did, and it worked really well. It was concise and quick. Does anybody have any questions for Vlad before we move on?
Yeah, so basically it's curve, right?
Yeah. So this is really similar to Curve and to what they are doing, but it's not only Curve, because our guys are constantly monitoring different DeFi protocols, what they are doing. If there are anything that we believe will be successful, we also see how we can implement this in FlatQube and also think about our own unique features.
Okay, thank you. No more questions? If not, thank you very much.
Then in this case, I will switch to my cell phone and we'll disconnect for a while.
Sure thing, man. Thank you. That was excellent. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. All right. Next up, we have another Everscale grant winner. We have Daniel from Identix.Space. He's here with us. Identix, and I'm reading this, is a learn-to-earn Quest games creator for Web3 onboarding. So I'm going to let Daniel tell you the rest, but sounds very interesting. Daniel, if you're ready, you're up.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. Do you hear me well? I didn't test my sound and camera.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay, so we are new kids on the block, and we're not so serious as you all guys. We are about games and gamification. So my name is Daniel Novichkov, and I'm the product manager of the Identix.Space Quest platform. And first, I'll tell you some few words about the project itself, and then I'll show you some screens and some working versions of the product. You all know, of course, that crypto and Web3 are still very complex concepts for most people, for crypto naive people, for noobs, as we call them. And each of us at the same time has an experience of explaining what is Web3 and what is crypto and why it's so cool. For me personally, back to 2017, when I first was introduced to crypto world, it took about 3 months to understand what it's all about and why it is at all working and why it is so cool. And so it's kind of a down the rabbit hole thing. And one of similar to our project is named Rabbit Hole, by the way. They also do some quiz games to onboard new users to Web3. A team of old friends in December 2021 got together about this idea of Web3 educational quest, education in general, how to onboard next to 1 million new users. And this team consisted of Alexei Vorobey, Stepan Gershuni, many of you know them, I guess, Artur Pinchuk and Vladimir Kanin, our founders. They realized that Web3 in itself is a game. And we all played this game for some time to understand all the ways around it. And if it's a game, why not we accept this idea and build a game to onboard to Web3? And the first version was around the text-based games. One of our elders, senior developers, recalled that there was some text quizzes some time ago, and they do still exist, by the way. And we invented a way to explain difficult things in a matter of a quiz, a wizard, or a quest game within a Telegram bot, which gives you simple tasks, explains step by step what you must do to have this hands-on experience without being exposed to very difficult blockchain crypto things, just to make at least one transaction, set up at least one wallet, understand not the whole thing, but understand that seed is a very important thing and you must save it somewhere in a very safe place. So we made the first version QuestBot on Telegram. I'll share you the link, and already around 300 persons passed this quest. And then we made a web version of this of the same scenario of the quest. And first, when we thought about what kind of a project can be introduced within this quest game, and Polygon came first because of speed and price of transactions, which is not expensive at all. By the way, the speeds are not good at Polygon. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes to make some transactions, so that our users have to wait for some time. And but at least this MVP version of a Polygon-based quest game, my internet connection is unstable. Do you hear me well? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we hear you great.
Okay. Thank you. So we made this first version of web quest and the Telegram bot quest, and that's when we understood all these game design, gamification things, and sequence of steps and rewards things and levels and dead ends, of course, for users, and time to not to lose a user when he's stuck at some tasks and steps. And we found our voice and the narrative and the whole story. By the way, we have a mascot. It's a female bot. We call her Identix. I'll share with you the picture of her, and she helps. She's a guide. She helps a user to pass all the steps within the quest line. And well, we learned how to create accounts in secure Web3 model, We'll learn swapping one token versus another, and helping user to do this, explaining with some screenshots and or sometimes even screencasts how to do this. We track transactions on Polygon Scan and track what transaction the user account made to help him or her to go further with the steps. And one of the first steps, of course, is installing the wallet. In our case, with Polygon Quest, it was a MetaMask wallet, and we need to switch it from Ether to Polygon, and without explaining the user what he is to do, because it's too difficult for crypto naive users to get the idea of networks and blockchains and different blockchains, etc. And we give them, our users, players, the idea of how money comes in and what is a transaction, what is airdrop, and we make them to make their first transaction with the airdrop tokens to get this really hands-on experience of money comes in from the air and money goes into the air and someone receives it, and there is something else happens afterwards. And everything is tracked, and nothing is lost. So we're trying to be as clear, not as myself right now, because I'm a bit nervous about explaining those games themes. We try to be more clear than me. And in March, we launched the first version. So I already told that 300 people passed their first quest. We understand that community is the most important thing, and our community is growing organically, naturally. We don't buy traffic because we think that incremental, natural, organic growth is more important and reliable and stable than incentivized one. Especially consisted of bounty hunters that came and go. Users do not pay anything for passing the quest. Our initial business model includes funding from Web3 projects and blockchain platforms who need new users or explaining to their existing users difficult things, and who need, of course, the community growth. So our most valuable asset is community, and therefore we launched the Twitter and Medium and Telegram and Discord, of course, and all the links, I'll share them with you. We do not have a native token yet, but we plan to issue one right after our community grows significantly, and we get this product market fit. And quests for Polygon are ready to use, and right now at the end of March we received the grant from DeFi Alliance to develop quests for Everscale products. And there will be quests for setting up a Ever wallet, sending and receiving transaction, swapping tokens at FlatQube, and sending bridge transaction from with the help of Octus Bridge. And staking and farming tokens will be also presented to users in the forum quest as well. Also, our solution will use a self-sovereign identity model, Identix.Space. Quest providers will issue verifiable credentials for Quest users to prove their skills and reputation. And Identix.Space will be used to get bonuses and airdrops in future quests as well. So this is about all I wanted to tell you about the project itself. And now I can share with you some screens.
Yes, please.
And I can also share with you a video with very high-speed video of how a user can pass a quest. If you allow me, maybe some 1 or 2 minutes, Ron.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's what we want. Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So I share my screen, and yeah, this is it. You see it?
Yes, we do.
Great. So this is our website, Identix.Space, learn to earn quest games for Web3 space onboarding. And this is the version of Everscale Quest. You see there are, this is a Quest map with EverWallet installation Quest, with connecting the wallet to Identix.Space to track the user to help him, and wallet deploy and transfer to Ever. Maybe this step will be changed to another one, and then we swap, and then we make some bridge quest as well. So this is our team. Now the internet is not very good, but at least I hope you hear me and see. So it's Alexey Vorobey, Igor Churilov, our senior developer and architect, Stepan Gershuni, Vladimir Kanin, Artur Pichuk, and me, myself, Daniel Novichkov, as a product manager. And I promised you to show a high-speed version of passing the text. There will be some music. I hope it won't. It will not disturb you. We start the class.
The sound went away. Sound disappeared. We can't hear you, Daniel.
Mute my audio.
Ah, there you are. Now you're back. Now you're back.
Okay. I think that the sound of music. Okay. You hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Vitaly is passing the text. Quests are in form of a short instruction. Here we see that the first step is installing MetaMask, which is a quest in itself, one of the difficult ones, of course. And I'll skip the MetaMask thing, so to congratulate. And then at the second step, we connect the MetaMask wallet to our Identix.Space website. The user has to click the button, then sign the transaction. I see Vanya dancing. Yeah. So here it is. The transaction is signed, and then.
Sorry for interrupt, guys. Maybe better just to remove the sound, because Daniel, we can't hear you, Daniel.
Then I skip some more steps, and
you can lower the sound a bit.
Yeah, lower the sound a little bit, because listen, it's a great attempt, but we can hear the music, and then we can hear you somewhere down a dark tunnel saying something. There's a train is coming.
Off the music completely.
That was the idea.
Sorry,
it's okay. Sorry, you're doing fine.
I switched off the music, and you see that I'm already swapping. Short instruction, short explanation instruction, and airdrop was already made. The user has in his or her wallet some Matics received, and now we ask him or her to swap it from Matic to USDT, explaining at every step what is going on. And then in the next step, we'll ask him or her to send USDT to our address back to receive twice as much as he her sent, to get this idea of sending a token to someone. Well, at the end, the user is getting a lot of experience, a lot of XP, and some real USDTs, up to 2 USDT for the moment, because we're paying our proper funds. Polygon did not pay for that yet. I hope so. And well, that's it. That's about it.
Listen, I mean, I understand the showmanship and, wanting to show the video and everything else, but I think, the people on this call pretty much get it. That's a very, very important and amazing thing, especially for onboarding. Exactly. Something that can just make it simple for the average user, which is phenomenal. absolutely
Well, thank you, Ron.
phenomenal.
You're exaggerating a bit, but we're trying to make our best.
Absolutely. I can see why you got the grants. Congratulations, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yep. So
I'll
does anybody
share
have?
the links with you.
Yes,
to-
please. You can even, while we're here, you can even drop it in the Zoom chat, and I'll put it into YouTube so everybody can see it there, and then it'll roll on. I appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you so very much. Excellent work. Keep up the good work. Does anybody have any questions for Daniel? Nope. Okay. Let's.
I can't hear you. Ron, you're on mute.
Oh my God, I'm on mute. I'm sorry. Where did I lose everybody? I apologize. It happens.
He said, let's.
Okay. Let's move to Marina. Marina is back with us from ITGold. She's going to talk about something about creating degenerative collections on Grandbazar. Hope I got that right. Degenerative.
Right, something like that. Ron, thank you. Hello, everyone. Great to see you again. Hello.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Can you, Daniel? Can you stop sharing your screen, please?
Yes, I'm trying to do this.
Okay. Sorry, Marina. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. Guys, some of you may remember the contest, the NFT collection distributed generative art contest some time ago, and a lot of teams took part in this contest, and the product I want to present today is basically the result of collaboration of ITGold and one of the winners, the third place of this contest, Soapbubbledev team. And as you may probably know, ITGold has Grandbazar marketplace, and this service I'm talking today, I hope will help numerous creators to provide their own generative collections, which they had been probably planning for a long time, but did not maybe understand how to implement, because it's a bit challenging. And it can definitely, this service, I mean, it can definitely make the process easier while still staying a bit challenging, I should say, for an average user, as for my taste. But however, now I'm making a detailed video, which I hope will remove most of the questions, at least for those who are already in the blockchain and especially have any idea of what generative art is. And besides, we've created the technical support team in Telegram, group in Telegram, and a link to which I will now ask Ron to post for our YouTube audience.
Yep, happy to do it.
Here is it in chat. So for those who will hurry to test the service, we can immediately contact the developers and ask their questions if they face any trouble, because I suppose it should be, we are just launching, and there can be some technical issues, or I don't know, maybe some misunderstandings. Let's look on the website. I will show it to you, because I should say it's not so scary as it sounds, maybe. Here is it. So bubble.io, please welcome. And as you see, the sign in button leads us straightly to authorization page. And here we have 3 well-known applications for authorization. I will use my EverDAO. Sorry, guys. Have to authorizate myself to show you something. Oh, come on. Now, well, my phone is putting me. Okay. Well, here we go. Well, here is it. I suppose here soon we will be able to see a lot of collections successfully uploaded to Grandbazar, but no, nothing is here. Please welcome. I will show you how to create the collection. The process is easy to understand, easy enough to understand. And we can see that there are 3 types of collections you can create with Grandbazar support, without it, or just using the image generator. Please read the details while you'll be, read the details just to understand what you are doing. I will not give a lot of details right now, just to show you the process, because it's easy enough. Well, my favorite Renoir is here. Well, you can see that here we can set up the limit or rarities for different pieces. For example, I don't know, like that, and create new rarity of like rare, let it be, with 30 pieces, and something like legendary. You can use anything you like, of course, that's your imagination. Legendary, okay, 5, something like that. And here is the percentage of the royalty for the creator. Let's set up 10%. It's commonly used thing. Here we have some interesting parameters we can also set for our collection. It can be anything, because it depends on your idea, on the idea of the collection. It can be numbers, wages, files, and different, I don't know, for example, something like that. Oh, sorry, my graphics. And you can set the storage location, like in blockchain, in image generator, everywhere. Damn, does not like my name. Okay, and we can set, for example, different variants of the, I've already tested it, so I have this here. And it can be trousers, I don't know, hats, clothes, any kind of clothing, any kind of font, or any parameters you'd like to change on your images. Well, for example, due to some technical, here we can see that collection just was created and still not uploaded to the blockchain. We can, sorry, I will now go to the video I have done, because I hope it will be better than previous one, because I'm also afraid of this sound issues. But in any case, here you can see that we've got a collection with blockchain address, which we can, after the transaction is confirmed, the address appears and you can check it in the blockchain. Oh, come on, here is it. Sorry for the Russian browser. In any case, you can see the details and so on. And then we can go straightly to generating the images itself. And here are some layers which, with the parameters we've said before, and this image, these layers can be adjusted by clicking on this gear icon. And that is the challenging part, because maybe for some people for an average user who never done it before, it may seem a little bit complicated. But in any case, you can see that you can set up the rarity, which indicates how often this or that image can appear, and determine all the parameters, all the things. Here you can see the drag and drop instruments are here, so it's easy enough. Well, now you can see that this collection contains the images of the warriors. They have different hats and weapon, and you can set up all the things. Let's go to the deployment itself. When everything is done, we just, sorry, let's see how it is done. And we can say if we will put all possible, it will generate all the items at the same time. Then we save and upload. And here is it. The collection has been successfully created and we can observe it. Several different images appeared with different rarities, with different parameters we've said before. And now we can put it on Grandbazar and see it on the Grandbazar. Well, something like that. Let me show. So you are confirming the transactions using your wallet. And here is it. You can put it on sale right from the Soapbubble service, and it appears on the Grandbazar successfully. So, well, yeah, that is basically the idea. I hope you like it, because I personally waited for a long time for some service which can help to create such kind of collections. Well, so please use your imagination, dear creators, welcome. We are waiting for you, and also join the support group if you will face any problems, and you will definitely face. Please try, ask. We are waiting for you.
Wonderful. Marina, thank you very much for that. Was that it?
Yes, that is.
Thank you very much.
Anyone, any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, questions, please. Anyone? Does anyone have questions for Marina? Interesting stuff.
I see people entering the group, so
hey.
I believe there will be more. Welcome, guys. Happy to see you. Please use the service. It's funny and creative.
It is very creative.
I see the question is from Pavel.
Yes, Pavel. Pavel. Can't hear you, Pavel.
Maybe it's not mine.
No, it's not.
It's
I can't hear.
Like, well, okay. Well, in any time, guys, your questions are welcome in our group, so please.
Okay, Pavel, once you're figured out your microphone, Marina's here. She's not going anywhere. I have a little bit of a interjection to make. Right when we were presenting, there's something that's coming in that I think needs to just be stated. There's going to be an announcement in the chats, but the Everscale Dev Tools and SDK team wants everybody to know, and I'm gonna have to read this because it just came up. We're ready to enable the new TVM instructions in Everscale mainnet. This update will lead to a breaking change in account format, which may cause your nodes to stop working. To avoid these problems, you need to update your DApp servers and validator nodes to the latest version. DApp server version equal or greater than 0.1.5. Validator node, the latest master commit. At the moment, we support both account format versions in public API and in DApp server API so that applications can smoothly migrate to the new account version. To do it, just update SDK to the latest version greater than or equal to 1.31.0. If you work with API directly, enable the new HTTP header. We encourage you to do this ASAP because we will support both account formats only temporarily. I dropped those. I dropped that link into YouTube. So please, guys, pay attention. And again, there will be an announcement coming soon throughout all the chats. So I was asked to do that right off the bat. Again, Marina, thank you. Let's go to our final segment of the day. Where is he? Where's that boat? Still have an internet connection there, bud?
Hey, just about, buddy, just about.
All right, so I got to do
lovely
my thing,
view
right?
for you as well.
Yeah, I got to do my thing, right? So this week it's the king of shitcoin banter, the motor tongue blockchain troubadour, Ben Spitz.
Oh, that was short and sweet. I like that one, buddy. Right, I'm going to keep this very, very quick in case my internet does dip out. So first one I've got for you, TonScan has become Everscan, if you haven't seen yet. Brilliant. Very, very cool gentleman called Tez Mack has been doing some very, very cool videos all about the excellent work we're doing here at Ever. So please go support the guy. Honestly, it's really good content. He's quite a well-known dude as well. Scale Wallet. Ever Wallet has become Scale Wallet. Yay. And Surf now supports tokens on Ever. Yay. WEver is having an airdrop for people using Octus Bridge. Check out the details. The FireCube poker tournament has kicked off. So you would have seen the presentation last week, but that's going. So yay. AMA, I've got wrote down here, which sounds quite cool on its own, but there was a very cool AMA session with AML, who are a team who've come through the grants program with a very, very interesting product, maybe a little bit kind of corporate, but definitely very needed in this world. Boosted staking program has offered double incentives for those taking part, so do check this out if you're on it. And this one I really fucking liked. 30 plus teams from the Tezos hackathon have basically stated their intent to want to keep on working on Ever following from the hackathon. So that is fucking exciting stuff, really, isn't it? 30 new development teams who are thinking about making the move. Come to us. Everlend have released some NFTs for people who invested in their token sale, I believe. So that's quite nice of them. EverDAO, another grants program, have opened up their alpha testing. So again, if you're able to help them test what they're building, please do.
EverDAO?
So
did you say?
EverDAO, DUES. Yeah, nothing to do with Hebrewism. Nothing like that. Although that would be an interesting thing. But yeah, finally, as some of you may have seen, last Wednesday I kicked off a little spin-off show, kind of sides thing for Nevermind the Shitcoins called Never Mind the Rumor Mill. So basically every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, myself and Anastasia, who a lot of you may know, are basically just going to scan the markets, trawl the latest gossip columns and give you the most probably unconfirmed news you can find. The last one went out last night. It's only on Spotify for now because fucking YouTube are being buggers to me, but I'll sort it out and it should be on YouTube soon. And that's my bits. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you like the view.
I'm jealous. I love that view right now. Not quite the view I have, but we'll leave that for another time. Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. Okay. Who has questions on Zoom? Going once, going twice. All right. We do have questions from YouTube and we do have questions that were written in. I'm going to start last first because somebody's asking questions for Marina. What are the games that will use Grandbazar? I think that's from Marina.
What are the games?
What games are going to use Grandbazar?
I don't. If I get it
to?
right, we are definitely supporting a new GameFi project, War Wars. It will be launched on Ethereum network, and its collection of NFTs will be displayed on Grandbazar and will be through our Launchpad special web page, and definitely you will be able to buy, but not using, of course, Everscale wallets, but you will need MetaMask or something like that. So no games on Everscale except Rust Cup, which is well known and had a contest with new cars for the new collection of cars. Recently, no games are used or displayed on Grandbazar. So maybe you should rephrase your question somehow.
Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of vagueness there.
Maybe it's about the Launchpad web page, because I will definitely do another presentation about that, and I soon will hold, I suppose on Thursday, I will hold a small AMA session with the War Wars on Grandbazar Discord server, I suppose. So yes, if you need any information, just come to our Telegram groups, ask your questions. We will answer everything, I suppose, like that.
Yeah,
it's the easiest way.
Thank you. Also, just for future reference on this, the term AMA is often not understood by Western English-speaking folks. It's just AMA.
Yes, sorry.
Which I know is that no, it's okay. I know I run into it all the time, and when people hear it in a conversation, they hear AMA, they don't understand what that is.
That? Yeah.
Yeah. AMA. Ask me anything.
AMA. Yeah. Right. Thank
okay.
You,
Marina, thank you very much. If you, whoever you were, you have an update to your question to make it more specific, I'd be happy to answer it. Let's also go to, so let's start with questions that were written in to us, and I have 5 of them in a row. The first is, any news on when the Dune and Everscale next batch will be sent out? I wrote the question to the group before the call began, and here's the answer that I got. The last batch was sent out on March 23rd, so it's theoretically expected that it would probably go out about the same time in April. However, it might take longer. So give or take, I don't want to use the word soon. Give or take, we're looking maybe somewhere between April 20th and May 17th. But the goal is end of April. I hope that answers that question. Right. I'm going to go from question 1 directly to question 5. Question 5 is, what are the plans for the 2nd annual anniversary? Right. So there are actually a few. There's one being hosted in Bali, Indonesia. I personally am not going to be able to attend that, but there's a major global thing that's being created. Joanne, should I say something or should I not? Should I keep it secret or should I?
No, it's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's actually out in the community, the community chat. There's been an invite. I sent it out twice, so I can do a reminder today. But we're doing a metaverse party in Meta, and Mona. Yeah, that's the space. The platform we're using is Mona. And we're setting up a really cool environment inside it. It's going to be the Everscale space. It's being designed right now. There's a bar, there's a dance floor, there's multiple levels, there's a club and music, and it's going to be really cool. Sorry, I sound kind of crappy. I'm getting over a cold.
Will we be able to take some digital adult beverages here?
Yes, that's the plan.
That's exactly what it is, and I've seen it, and it's actually really cool. It's awesome. It's absolutely perfect for the introverted geek.
Yes. Yes.
You'll be able to sip whatever you have, whatever beverage you buy for yourself, but you'll be able to manifest it in a metaverse. So it's pretty cool. And given the conditions that we're living under and the restrictive travel and everything else, I think it's the perfect solution. I think it's going to be really cool. I mean, obviously you won't be able to hook up with anybody, but
well, you could. I mean, in a digital way,
right in front of you. So there you go. So you can hook up anywhere. By the way,
that's kind of like the trend these days. You know that, right?
I do.
Especially in Asian countries. Parts of the world.
So there you go.
You know all about it.
So, no, I don't. But no, I don't. But I do. No. SNL skit. Anyway, yeah. So that's the idea. It's going to be an Everscale party in a metaverse. So that's being worked on, and it, like I said, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty darn good. Now I'm going to sort of batch these questions because I think they're coming either from the same person or the same type of I'm gonna be nice, Ron. Be nice, Ron. Be nice, Ron. The same type of thinking. So the first question is, when will partners return all their tokens? I think we covered at the beginning of this call exactly what we're doing. The question to me is a little juvenile. I mean, short of taking a gun and putting it to somebody's head, I don't know. What's your idea on how to return those tokens? Is there a way to do that? I would say this. I would say that any organization that received tokens, which they essentially either dumped or did nothing with to benefit Everscale, has done less damage to Everscale than they have to their own reputation, which I would encourage anyone after we pass this growth phase 3, which we're doing right now, there will be results, and those results are going to be public. So if you have, you know, the incentive to contact these folks and say, hey, return the money, I would only support that, because that would be the right thing to do. So I think any company, any organization who comes and doesn't do what they're supposed to do has a reputation as a business. And that business should worry about their reputation more than they should about a small amount of tokens in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of having received whatever it might be, a couple of 100,000 tokens or a couple of million tokens, whatever that might be. That's chump change in the big world. And the question would be, was it worth it? And if it wasn't worth it, find a way to return it, because that would do wonders for your reputation. Not returning it would make you look bad and make your business suffer as a result. So, but as far as how to do that, like, are you asking if there's a way to force that to happen? Of course not. There's no way to do that. We're not a company. We're not a corporation. We don't sue people, and we can't get sued as a result, because we are a decentralized community. And as such, what we do is we correct mistakes. So, and the same thing goes for your second question, which is, when will subgovernance return their tokens? That's actually a good question. A few of them did. The global community subgovernance returned their tokens. The Indian subgovernance returned their tokens, which I should have to say, that should be applauded. These people understood that this is the right way to do that. These are people who are dedicated to the community. And in fact, Rahman, if you're listening, maybe what we should do is put on the forum who returned their tokens. They tried, trial and error, they failed, or not even failed. I don't like that word. They tried, it didn't work. Maybe they'll try again, but what they did do is the right thing, and they returned the tokens. I think we should highlight and underscore some of those folks, because they did a wonderful thing. Of course, there are other subgovernances like wiki subgovernances, which, you know, 70% of them were, as we realized later, nothing more than con artists who are never going to return those tokens. What do you suggest we do?
Yeah,
start a war? You know, so no, we're not going to get those tokens back if they don't want to give them back, but the reputations are forever ruined. And anywhere they go on the Everscale blockchain to try anything will immediately bring the community's wrath upon them, and they'll never be able to do anything.
There was a discussion on the forum that there are many subgovernants who has tokens on their balances, and they do nothing for the past 3 months. There was a discussion that just asked those guys to return tokens on the giver. Mm-hmm. That's the main discussion. Yeah.
Yep, simple as that. And if they do that, then we get them back. And then the fourth question is, any news about marketing? See, again, I understand that some people come to the network and they're new and they haven't seen all of the, this is weekly call number 99. There's 98 before this. And of course, I don't expect you to watch every one of them, but we've discussed this many times. Marketing what? This is a community blockchain. There is no marketing team that's
how will you
hold on, let me finish.
How will you market personal computer?
Yeah, that's that's actually an excellent point, right? How are you going to market the personal computer? Use it. Any news about marketing? That question actually goes to you. Market. Go. We have a, like we like to say sometimes from a technological standpoint, we have a decentralized supercomputer, a decentralized backend, and the one on the techie side. On the other side, we have basically a new way to do everything you could do on Ethereum, but better, faster, cheaper. Market that. Who are you asking? Are you asking me to do it? I'm not a marketing person. This is a bunch of companies and people that have come together. If you want to market it, market it. That question goes to you, not to me or anybody else. So I hope you take that into account and do some wonderful, wonderful things with that. Market it. It's up to you. And as a result, it'll only benefit you. Okay.
Yeah, well, there is a one term in English called shilling. Shilling is about like shilling some coins on the Twitter, etc. And I know a few persons who want to do that. You are free to go, guys, but that's not marketing, that's shilling.
At any rate, it's up to you, is what it comes down to. It's up to you. The tools are there, the access is there, you do it. All right. YouTube questions. Right. Did the development team, and I don't know what you mean by team, there are many, many teams on Everscale, contact Kraken? And 2, when will you contact Kraken? And 3, does the team plan to contact Kraken? I don't know the answer to that question, other than I did get a response from one of our community members, and I'm not going to mention his name. He left the call early, but he says Kraken sucks. So that's the response to that. I don't know. No. Why don't you contact Kraken? I don't know what you expect somebody else to do. And I'm not saying that Kraken sucks. I'm paraphrasing what somebody, or quoting rather, what somebody else said. It's a hard question to answer. I don't know. Contact them if you want to.
Can
Right.
I help you a little bit just so that you don't have to answer 100% of the questions?
Sure, please.
Yeah,
yes.
Just for you to breathe a little bit.
Yes, please.
So on the marketing, I mean, first of all, I think folks should watch the May session where Joanne interviewed Nikita, and there were quite a lot of news there about, restructuring Twitter activity, not the shilling, but more like, professional and the work with influencers and et cetera, et cetera. So there was some substance there. There are a lot of news coming up. You saw partnership with Amaze, DeFi Alliance is cracking news almost every day. So it's also marketing. So I wouldn't say, I would, I don't know, Joy, if you want to say a couple of words on your take from the interview with Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita.
And then I'll comment on Kraken. Yeah.
Sorry, Nikita went fully into the whole plan, and I was just trying to find all the links because there's also a written. I'm dropping it down here. There's the YouTube version, somebody can just watch it, and then somebody also did a written version, transcribed pretty much of everything that we said. So if you don't want to watch something and you want to skim through it, there's a lot of information there. It touches the points from events to social media to overarching marketing. There's an entire plan. So there is marketing going on, but also what Ron said before, because we are a decentralized community, it also depends on you too. But there's really easy things that you could do to support, like just being active with the Twitter account. When people post, following each other, liking or commenting, or, there are a lot of accounts that post like, what's your favorite undervalued coin, or what are some gems that we should look at? You can talk about Ever. There are a lot of ways to get involved, going into Reddit, going into the cryptocurrency and developer subreddits. There's a lot of things that you can also do yourself. And that's that's pretty much it. I'll drop the links, and then if Ron could please put that into.
Yeah, I put
YouTube.
that one in.
Oh, you did? I have another one. I'll find it.
Okay, give me the other one.
On exchanges, as we all remember, DeFi Alliance took the challenge to on the listings. I'm hearing that quite a lot is going on. I know, Vlad, if you're still with us and can say a couple of words, or you're struggling through this connection issues.
I think.
Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here.
So
Do you want to say a
what-
couple of words if you're in the loop on the DeFi Alliance plans on the listings? Exchanges.
Actually, yeah, we have some really good negotiations, but I cannot discover them now. So just keep an eye. So something big is coming.
Intriguing.
Something big is coming. Is good.
Sorry, guys. I cannot disclose it now because otherwise it all may be ruined. So
Okay.
please.
Yeah, no, that's
wait
good.
a little.
Now, something good is coming is good. That's good. We're waiting for lots of big stuff to happen. Okay. All right. Next question. Right. So a little bit of background on this guy, Nomad. Him and I have gone back and forth on the forum. So his question is, I'm not gonna hurt the guy. Ron and Chuck, and I'm actually translating, brought scam projects that have hurt the network. Do you plan to return the tokens into the network? I think the gentleman is actually referring to QAN, Quick App Ninja, or Pay to K. Question 2, why don't the projects have leaders that can bear financial responsibility? Projects like the Everscale Academy have something called How to Survive in the Woods, How to Fix Computers for $1,500. And he's asking me personally and 2 other gentlemen who I'm not going to name because I'm gonna handle this question. How do we deal with this? All right, so okay, Ron, be nice. Ron, be nice. Ron, be nice. My first question to you is: have you ever actually, I don't know, ran a company? Have you ever actually ran a project? Have you ever invested in anything? I guess you can ask Bear Stearns to return your money. You can ask, I don't know, any project that you've ever invested in because you believed in it when it was first started and then lost money in it. I guess you can, I don't know, you could try to sue them or something like that. But I have a feeling you don't have any experience as an entrepreneur. I think you're just somebody who probably sits at home and just thinks, oh, well, this is my money. And that's fine. That's fine. You're right. You're a community member and so forth. So there is no way to do any of the things that you're asking. You clearly see that there are a lot of organizations that are part of Everscale that are very successful, that have made extremely immense contributions. Of them, EverX is one. Vlad here from Broxus is obviously, I mean, you can count dozens of successful projects. Does that mean that if somebody brings a project to the community that doesn't work at a time when the network was just an infant, right? I mean, let's consider the network pre-pubescent at this point, a juvenile, not even a juvenile, a 12 to 13-year-old. And the 12 to 13-year-old goes around and, you know, breaks a window, throws a baseball through somebody's car window. Does that mean that we are individually responsible for, you know, what do we do? We just get rid of the child? We just what? I mean, I don't really understand what you're asking for. Who should return the tokens? Should they, the partners that were bad, return the tokens? Yes, absolutely, 100% they should. How are we going to make them do that? There's no way to do that. We can ask them to do it. We can, rely on their professionalism. But at the end of the day, if their intention was to scam, they scammed. So I'm having trouble answering the question on a professional level. I can only answer it on just a human level, which is to say that your question is kind of stupid. Excuse my saying so. There's no way to do it. So, and if you want me to take responsibility because I supported something, I'll tell you what, I supported a million things in my life and only so many of them became successful. So I would revert back to you and say, how many projects have you accomplished where you were successful at them, and how many failures did you have? And have you answered for any of those failures? So I'll wait on you to answer that. I apologize. I know it was a little harsh, but maybe somebody else can give their version of what they think. Anyone? I did my best to be diplomatic, but these questions annoy the hell out of me. Anyone? No? If not, we are done. We did go over an hour and a half, but I warned everybody at the beginning of the call that we had a lot of presentations. We had a lot of information, and frankly, wow, what a call. How much do we have to digest now? I know I have to digest a lot. So please have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you again on Tuesday. Bye, everybody.